The subscribers might correct me and say, hey, yo, P, what the hell you
You're
talking
wrong.
about? You don't know what you're talking about. Shut the hell up. Welcome to another Chatterbox reaction. Wow, it's the three of us today. So let me straight off introducing the lovely Joyce. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
We haven't been together for a long time.
Yeah, I like the hairband. Yes, it suits you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, so it's good to have you back on the same platform as I am.
Same
And,
here.
and none other than RV. How you doing, man?
I'm good. This is apparently like third week of Jan is like the most depressing of the year. So I'm looking forward to reviewing some stuff with you guys and getting into a cheery mood. You know, apparently it's also Winnie the Pooh Day, so I've been making myself feel good with reading some lovely Winnie the Pooh quotes. I've got one here for you guys. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you.
Aww.
Ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet? Winnie the
Heart.
Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, it's touching everyone's heart today. Today, we're going to do a reaction, not a teaser, not a trailer, not a song, not a glimpse, not a glance, but we're going to do an official announcement reaction.
Woo.
How many kind of reactions are there? It's getting wow.
It's probably like announcement is almost like, I don't think we used to have this ever before. This is like a new thing that Netflix has started, I think, announcement of movies.
I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to have a video being released where the producers or the directors are coming up with the idea. And then they're going to show that.
Idea for my
It's
next
the pitch.
movie.
Yeah.
We're going to do the pitch of the film that we haven't made yet to see if it gets greenlit. Anyway, this is Chakda Xpress, and it's starring none other than Virat Kohli's beautiful wife, Anushka Sharma, who is the producer on this. So it's cricket. Do I need to ask any more questions about that? That's just like, it's cricket. Hey, let's just check this out.
आज ऑस्ट्रेलिया और इंडिया का मैच काफी धमाकेदार होने वाला है क्योंकि एक तरफ है टीम कंगारू और दूसरी तरफ है टीम हु आर यू। अपने देश की जर्सी पाने के लिए कोई भी खिलाड़ी अपनी जान लगा देता है, पर यहाँ तो ऐसा लगता है कि उन्हें ये जर्सी उधार में मिली है। अगर ये टीम हार भी जाए तो फैंस कतई निराश नहीं होंगे क्योंकि फैंस
Stadium is packed.
है ही नहीं।
जब जर्सी खुद के नाम का नहीं तो फैन किस नाम को फॉलो करेगा? किंतु चिंता करो ना, आज जर्सी पे अपना नाम बना लिया, आज काल अपना पहचान भी बना लेगा।
Netflix production.
Interesting. So, what do you guys think of this official announcement?
Go on, Arvi. You go first.
My thoughts on that, it was very, very short, and we didn't get to see a lot of like the other players. We kind of just saw Anushka Sharma's character, but from what we saw, it looks like, especially with the sort of captions that came in at the beginning of that announcement video, it looked like it was something to promote women's cricket, something to show that, you know, girls of the country of India love the sport as well, with the little bit that they say, why are men gods if cricket is a religion? And it's true, you know, there are, whenever I've been to an India game, always in England, unfortunately, I haven't been to an India game in India. That would be an unbelievable experience, I'm sure. But whenever I've been in town in England and I've gone to a game, there are loads of women in the crowd supporting and cheering the team on. So it's only right that the women's game is promoted. We've seen it recently with football. that, especially in England, recently in the last 2 years or so, women's football has been promoted hugely and is on TV a lot more and stuff like that. So there's no reason why Indian women's cricket shouldn't be promoted as well, and other nations. But I think since India is probably the most cricket mad nation on earth, it does make sense that there should be these kind of things. Maybe it didn't have to be a film; it could have been a series, it could have been a documentary. But a film is always welcome, and it's quite cool that the wife of the just recently departed Indian cricket captain is the lead, and also the producer. Is she the producer or the director?
Yeah, I think she's a producer.
Right. So I think it's quite fitting in that regard as well. And yeah, my only question is about the shirts. I mean, is that symbolic that they've had to tape it over? Is that just because they don't have the funds? They've had to
I think
get
now
the names.
Now things are probably different, but I think back then, it probably wasn't getting funded a lot.
Yeah.
People probably had to fund themselves.
Yeah.
So that's what I think they're trying to show.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I mean the one little detail I would like to know as well is how comes the names of the men are like their first names rather than the surnames on the shirt. So that's something that was slightly confusing. But because I saw Sachin and like Virinder, even though on their shirts it says Tendulkar and Sehwag. But anyway, that's just a minor thing that I was just wondering about. But yeah, it does look interesting, and it looks like it's about time that someone put a spotlight on this subject.
I did a reaction, I think a few months ago, of a world-class catch. I can't remember what her name is, and it was a young Indian lady. It was fantastic. It was on the boundary, and how she kept it from going for six, and she caught it. I was like, wow. And I didn't think it got enough credit that it deserved, because when a man does it in the IPL, everyone goes, this is the best catch ever. And I think some of the cricketers, female cricketers, are so amazing and so talented. Yeah. There's some great female cricketers from the West Indies, from England, from India. And I think the game should be watched more. And even when I see highlights of lots of games, because I do watch a lot of female cricket, I do not see enough people coming to support them, and that is a shame, especially when it's the World Cup and so on. Now, this is a movie that I should watch. I need to watch, and it's something that I might be doing a reaction to. But hey, the women need love too.
100%. 100%. I mean, it's really great to see Anushka Sharma making a comeback, right? And I'm really excited that they're shedding a light on Indian women cricket. But I genuinely don't think Anushka Sharma is the right casting to portray the story of this cricketer, Jhulan Goswami, because if firstly she doesn't look like Jhulan Goswami. They haven't made an attempt. I mean, I wish they would have made an attempt to portray, or not portray, sorry. I wish they would have made an attempt to cast the right kind of an actor for this role, because whenever they're doing biopic, I really wish they would invest a lot of effort in casting the right person, because especially with biopic, that makes a big difference. Like Ranveer Singh portrayed Kapil Dev, right? You could see like he went through so much transformation in terms of his mannerism, his looks, his dialect, his speech, everything. And over here, when I mean, of course, this is just an announcement, so the shooting of the movie hasn't yet started. So I would hope that they have enough time for Anushka to work on those aspects. If she's, obviously because she's portraying Jhulan Goswami, like her look, like her skin tone is not right. Jhulan Goswami is much darker than Anushka Sharma. And you can see like they've probably just tanned her a little bit to make her look a little darker. So they could have just taken someone who was a Bengali, and we have enough brilliant Bengali actors in Bollywood. So they could have just taken someone who could have the right dialect and the speech and everything, because her accent, her Bengali accent was not, it was jarring to hear her speak in that accent. So obviously, she needs to work on those kind of things.
So I
I
gather
don't know.
you're not a fan.
What's that?
You're not a fan of hers.
Not a fan of Anushka. I'm just saying, because it's a biopic, you want to have an actor portray the person, because it's a real life person, it's a real life character, right? You don't want to cast somebody incorrectly, and especially this is not even going into the cinema, so you don't even have the pressure of box
So
office.
do you think she's too close to the project, because she's a producer on it and she's the main star, and from what you're saying, you don't think she's the right person for the job, so you think she's too close to the project, and that's why
It's not even, it's not even because she's too close to the project. You can be too close to the project, as long as if you were the right look, the right, if you had worked on your transformation, your mannerisms, your accent, she could have pulled it off. But looking at that little clip again, I'm hoping, because this is just an announcement, she just said like what, two to three dialogues, so hopefully, like, by the time they get done shooting, she would have had enough time to work on the accent and things, and maybe the movie would come out better. But with biopics specifically, I just feel they should invest a lot more effort in casting the right person, because it can it can make a big difference. And this is going on Netflix, right? It's not, they don't even have a box office pressure like it would be if it was going into the theaters, into the cinema, because then you want big names, right, to pull the audience. But this is going on Netflix, so they should have invested a lot more effort in casting the right person.
Do you think they missed a trick? Because from that little announcement video we saw, obviously it was only like we probably saw Anushka for like 30 seconds out of that, if that. But do you think they missed a trick in the sort of makeup and everything? Because obviously she's playing a cricketer, so she's not going to be as glamorous as she usually looks in other movies and stuff like that.
And if you just look at Jhulan Goswami, if you just Google her right now, you will see the difference. How different she looks from what Anushka Sharma looks.
Yeah,
so,
you mentioned the skin tone and everything.
And even like just her look. Yeah. If you just Google her, you will see the difference, what I'm trying to say.
It looks as though Goswami wore a lot of the sunblock when she was playing. Maybe they missed a trick by not doing that, because that would have, covered up the differences a bit more. Let's see, maybe in the actual film.
But like you saw Ranveer Singh, like how much of an effort he made. Even when the teaser had come out for 83, even in those little few seconds, you could see the mannerisms, the look he had. He had completely transformed himself into Kapil.
To speak of 83, I heard 83 has flopped. Is that true?
Has it flopped?
Yeah, from what
whoever has watched it has said amazing things about it.
Some people have said it's flopped at the cinema, so I don't know. I would like the subscribers to tell me. In India,
maybe
what is IMDb saying?
Like, it's got a 7.4 out of 10, which means it's a good film. But they said it's not being like Pushpa was smashing it at the box office. They said 83 for all the press that it had prior to the film. So it's not made as much money. But hey, the subscribers might correct me and say, "Hey, yo, P, what the hell you talking?
Wrong.
You don't know what you're talking about. Shut the hell up." So
my friend went to see it and came out and told me it was epic. So
all my friends who watched it, everybody loved it. They were just like, "This is the best thing ever," blah blah blah. And they said even in the cinema when they went, like everyone was just going crazy in the cinema. It was just like an amazing experience. So I don't know what happened in regards with the box office.
Because somebody I saw an article saying, why is 83 a theatrical flop?
Why?
So no, that people have been writing headlines. So I saw a few headlines like that, and I was like, "Is it a flop?"
You didn't read the article?
No. So it's I think they're comparing it to Pushpa, as I said. So, and Pushpa didn't have as high ratings as 83. So.
But also, I think like with biopics, like maybe we're just saturating the market because there's just too many biopics coming right, left, and center.
Imagine what our biopic would be like. Who's gonna be me? For the Chatterbox movie.
No one needs that. First of all,
Morgan Freeman.
the world
Morgan
is
Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Chris Rock
Yeah.
is what
Chris
I've
Rock.
heard.
Yeah, yeah, that ain't bad. Yeah, who would play you? Who would play you?
No, that's what I said. The world doesn't need this at all.
Yeah, no, we're
We don't
already
need
there.
a biopic on us at all.
Who will play you? I try to say.
No one, P. We're not gonna make no money out of that.
But you never know. You know what? We're gonna get Anushka Sharma to play you.
Oh, shut up. Any rubbish.
That was our very, very, very long reaction to the
We should
announcement
probably get
of
edited.
no. Our very, 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 very long reaction to the announcement of Chakda Xpress. I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. And please check us out on Patreon. Till then, all the best. Peace. Aye.
Peace.